Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're going to get straight into it with an away tie in the Southern League Premier Central against Coggeshall. The team is as follows: it's Boyd, Bailey, Rodney, Hutchins and Anakin, Williams and Lavicombe in the midfield, Cham on the left, New Boy, Wiltshire on the right, DJ Malamo playing just behind Tommy Wright. We're going to go into the new signings. I think there's maybe two that we've made off camera, and we'll go through the previous results after this game. Let's get straight into it. It's going to be a double-header episode, two games in this one. First game, away against Coggeshall. Let's get into it. Sheldon there. Gives it back into Smith. O'Brien gets in behind the fullback. O'Brien with a strike, and O'Brien scores 3.5 minutes in. Jamie O'Brien makes it Coggeshall 1, Hinckley Leicester Road 0. And it was a very simple goal. He got in behind the right fullback, Anakin. The ball was from Smith. It's a lovely weighted pass. O'Brien with a perfectly timed run. Good first touch, set him nicely. Second one, inside the far post. It is 1-0, 3.5 minutes on the clock. Hutchins now will look long, and every time, I've said this for the last 3.5 seasons now, every time we look with those long balls, they never come off for us. Hayden Smith now on this far side. What will he try and do? Gets the ball in towards the far post. O'Brien with the header, and Jamie O'Brien gets his second of the game, and we're 2-0 down. So sloppy, and that all comes from a long ball of ours, which is just easily cut out, and we're 2-0 down 35 minutes in, and we've been on such a good run of form of late that this is a real kicker. But we've done this on a number of occasions during this series where we've had a couple of good games off episode. We come back, and in the first game back, we've been absolutely battered. And we have here Coggeshall in front stats wise, and we're struggling. DJ Villarmo now to Bailey into Miller now. What can he do? Just come off the bench for Cham. Good ball in field to Gigi Villarmo. Needs to find the ball into the box. He can't, and Stevenson clears it away. But Rodney can pick it up with all the time and space in the world. Gives it back into Bailey. Rodney again, just inside the Coggeshall half. DJ Villarmo now, right. It's a poor ball again. Every time we get into a decent position, the balls seem to be poor. And Bailey now just about hangs on to that. Into Williams. Miller now. Bailey. Then he drives towards the byline. He does slowly into right. Shot blocked. Miller taps it in. And no one moved, and it's going to count. I thought for a second the way everything stopped, that was going to be disallowed. It's not. Coggeshall 2, Hinckley Leicester Road 1. Bailey seems to take his time here on the left-hand side, getting towards the byline. He put the ball in, right shot was blocked, and Miller, with a high foot, just pushing in the ball into the far corner. And like I say, everyone stopped. Defence, goalkeeper, all stopped. But the goal counts. It's 2-1, and we're back in this. Anakin with the long throw, looking for right, heads it down to Girolamo. Miller picks it back up. Miller! Just over the bar. This looks like a good substitution already, doing more than what Elijah Cham did in his first 50 minutes on the pitch. 45 seconds left on the clock here. As there's one final highlight in this game as Hutchins dispossesses their forward. Ball over the top, looking for right. Can he get that first? He does. He's hit the post, and it trickles across the line and stays out. And that was an absolutely glorious chance. We're 8 seconds left in this game now. Is there any time to grab an equaliser? I don't think there is, as that's headed out for another throw-in here on this near side. Can we launch it in? I don't think there's going to be enough time to. I think the referee's going to blow his whistle any moment now. Bailey with the throw. It's to no one. Smashed away. That should be that. Here it is. And we've lost 2-1 here in the opening game of this episode. No one's really turned in a good performance. Those boys that came off the pitch. Lavicombe 6.5. Cham 6.1. Wiltshire 6.3. Just not good enough. Miller and Wright, the only ones doing themselves any justice. Wright got a 7.1 and got a goal and got an assist, sorry. So obviously he didn't have a good game either. Miller came off the bench to get a 7.4 in the 35 minutes or so he was on the pitch. Came good in the second half, but we can't give teams that 2-goal head start. It's going to absolutely kill us. And it was a game in hand that we had, and we've absolutely bottled it here. Coggeshall 2, Hinckley Leicester Road 1. And we need to pick things up from this performance. And that's our first defeat after 12 games undefeated in the league. That started with a 2-2 draw against Brackley, where we were 2-0 up and conceded 2 late goals. Corby, Halzowen draws, Nuneaton Borough with a win, Hensford with a draw. We beat Bedford, Tamworth, Stratford, Stamford, drew with Sudbury, beat Leamington, beat Warwick, but lost here today away at Coggeshall. It's disappointing, but we can redeem ourselves. We've got a game in 3 days against St Neots, who currently sit in 5th. It's a big game. We have a game in hand over them. We beat them, we go above them, and we can possibly go above Rushden and Diamonds as well if we beat them. Be a great position to be in at the end of this episode for sure. Also, why we're here, just going to have a quick look at transfer history. So we have brought in Kyron Wiltshire on a free transfer. He strengthened up that right wing position because when Ira Jackson Jr. left, we only had Luce Gilboy that could play there. So he comes in. He's a 3-star player. No room to improve. He's 28 years old. 12 free kick taking, determination, aggression, bravery is all pretty good. Physicals are pretty good for this level. Strength is, again, a little bit of a question. He had such a poor game there the first time you saw him play, so not as good as what he has been doing. I mean, since he's been here, 3 games, 2 goals, 1 man of the match, 7.17 he's been averaging. So he's not been bad, he's just had a really poor game last time out. Especially when you think about that 6.1, he's been averaging out so low. We've also lost Matthew Fenton as well. He's gone on loan to Berkhamsted. We've also released 2 players as well, both on non-contracts. Murphy Parker and Finley Jackson weren't happy with the game time they were getting, so they both left the club. Not a massive miss, Finley Jackson especially. Murphy Parker, while he was here, I mean, he played 11 times. We're only in December, and he wasn't happy about the amount of game time he was getting. He wanted to leave. He left, obviously, on a non-contract basis. It's absolutely fine. I've got no issue with that. There's no point keeping these players if they don't want to be here, especially if they're not happy to be rotated. It's not what we need in the team at the minute, especially with the dynamics. Managerial support is very good. The team cohesion is good. The club atmosphere is good. I can't have too many unhappy players around the club, so those 2 have left. This also is the first time since that 4-0 defeat in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round against Crawley. Since then, we beat Stratford 2-1, Stamford 2-1, Guildboy getting goals in both of them. Sudbury, we finished 0-0. We beat Wingate and Finchley in the FA Trophy 3rd qualifying round 2-1. Beat Leamington 3-0 in a great performance. Frome in the FA Trophy first round, we lost 1-0. Beat Warwick 2-1. Beat Berkhamsted in the Southern League Cup second round 3-0. And then that result just against Cockleshall 2-1. We're going to play the game against St Neots. We aren't going to do St Ives and Russian and Diamonds just because we did them at the start of the season, so we're not going to do the same teams twice, not this time anyway. So we'll probably, after the St Neots game, come back for probably the games against Leiston, Nuneaton Borough. I'll probably skip Brackley out, so we might come back for Bromsgrove Sporting actually. Maybe we'll do Redditch through to Nuneaton Borough from the start of 2025. I'm not 100% sure yet where we're going to come back, but it'll probably be around that time. We'll probably miss the Tottenham game and the Stourbridge game. Here we are for the second of 2 games in this episode. Away at St Neots, team has had a number of changes to it from the 2-1 defeat against Cockleshall. Boyd in goal, Sanders, Burgess Towers, Jinkinson and Baker across the back. Alban Jones and Lavacombe in the midfield. Miller on the left, Gilboy on the right, and Boyo playing just behind Oscar Massey, who's back into the team today. Number of changes. Keep the formation as it is. Stay positive. Stay on them. Win takes us back into the playoff places. Takes us above St Neots with a game in hand over them. So let's get into this game. Big game for us. We don't want to have this episode finishing with 2 defeats from 2 games. Baker will take this throw. Long into Massey. Goes down. And 2 players have gone down there. Surely there's a penalty. Miller. Oh, what a goal from Reece Miller. 7th of the season. I thought there was a case for 2 penalties being given there. The second one, definitely a free kick because I couldn't work out whether it was in the box or not. The tackle went in on Massey. Maybe he got the ball. Maybe Roddy got the ball there. I'm not sure. But Reece Miller with an absolute thunderbolt. And it's 1-0. 8 minutes in. And we've started this game brilliantly. Ball all the way back to Ryder, into Young, hits the shot on Boyd. It went through a crowd of players and Boyd palms it round the post. Good strong hand there actually. Wasn't sure initially, but it did come through a crowd of players. Anderson puts the ball in and the header, and Boyd to his right hangs onto that brilliantly there, and it remains 1-0. Free kick here. Alban Jones puts the ball in, been missed by everyone, and Jinkinson at the far post, and it's 2-0. And I thought, again, there could have been another penalty there. There looked like there was a push at the near post, possibly on Burgess Towers, but Alban Jones' ball, if we have a look at this now, it goes in. There's actually, yeah, Burgess Towers goes down. There might be a case for a penalty there. But Jinkinson, at the fast post, just puts it in to an empty net, and it's 2-0. There's a tight offside being shown as well. I mean, that is very tight. But it's 2-0. Who cares? We've been clinical. 2 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant. We don't normally do this. We're normally the wasteful team, as Miller now gets the ball on this near side into Sanders, and he'll go all the way back to Boyd. Boyd looks long now for Miller. Miller's in behind their fullback, takes it down brilliantly, pulls it back, and Boyer, one more, into Gilboy. Oh, I said he's straight at the goalkeeper, Lewis Gilboy. The one thing he really needs to work on is his finishing. He's had a number of good chances and a number of half chances throughout this season, and he just doesn't seem to be able to find the target. Or the back of the net, his toes are blazes that one over the bar from 25 yards. Don't mind him shooting from there. Hopefully Matt Boyd is good enough to be able to deal with them all day long. And Boyer now tries to get the crossing. Massey gets up for it, headed away from him. Lavacombe gets there, under pressure from Brown, but he hangs on to it. Sanders now on the far side. What can he do? Can he get towards the ball? And he doesn't. Gets a crossing early. Gilboy's headed away from him though. Baker now this time. What can he do? He gets the crossing. Gilboy again is around it. He just can't get up and win the ball. And it's come away now to Keating, to Sousa, Hopkins. looks like long ball. Douglas has got him behind our defender, behind Burgess Townsend. That's a poor effort there with 10 minutes left. Really needed a bit more composure there. So Nears have probably been the better team actually here. We've had more possession, but they've probably been the better team, and we remain 2-0 up, and I haven't made any substitutes as the time has ebbed away, and we have won 2-0, and we finished this episode with 1 win and 1 defeat. A game against Coggleshaw where we weren't good for the first half, and a game against the Nears where in the first half we were very good. Not so good in the second half. We've got some good ratings there from our defence, midfielder and goalkeeper. Everyone averaging 0.7. Jenkinson averaging 8.2 with the goal. Alvin Jones with the assist, averaging a 7.9. Fantastic performance from the boys at the back. And we win 2-0. And before we go, we're going to have a quick look at the league table. So 1 win, 1 defeat. And before we get to that, I've just seen that Warwick beat Coggleshaw 6-1. Warwick, who are bottom of the table, beat the team that just beat us 2-1, 6-1 at their place. That's very frustrating. But the table shows like this now: 36 points from 20 games. We have a game in hand over Rushden and Diamonds. We can go above them if we win that game in hand on goal difference. Top of the table now is Stourbridge, 43 from 21. Leamington level, 43 from 21. The goal difference 15 and 14 there. Our goal difference is good enough if we can get close to them on points. Brackley in third, 21 games played, 41 points. Rushden and Diamonds above us in fourth. They've got 39 points from 21. We have 36 from 20. St Neots have 34 from 21, and Hensford have 33 from 20. It's very tight in there. We're in a position now where we're looking behind us. We're 8 points clear of 9th place, Nuneaton Borough. We are 5 points clear of Leicester, and we have a game in hand over them. So we should be able to finish in that top 6 or 7. The thing is, if I finish 6th or 7th here, I'm going to be so disappointed because we're in such a good position where we can make the playoffs. Again, only one team goes up automatically. I'd love that to be us, but I don't think we're good enough quite yet to be able to put a run of form together where we can get automatic promotion. So playoffs, well, it wasn't what we were aiming for at the start of the season. It's definitely what we're aiming for now. And hopefully we can come back in a great position for the next episode and be around that top 3 or 4 and really comfortable in the playoffs where we don't have to have too much worry about qualifying for them. And if you've enjoyed today's shorter episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time where hopefully we can keep building on this and secure a playoff place.